Drafting with Numot.
Alrighty, friends, here we are again for another Drafting with Numot. We have gone back to the ways of Eldraine. Don't know how many more Eldraine drafts there are going to be, as we just hit December, so lots of good flashback formats on Magic Online, and there should be some Cube coming up in the near future as well. And then, of course, we have the new set coming out sometime in January, I believe. So, where do we go from here? Our rare is Once Upon a Time and Happily Ever After. Once Upon a Time was just banned in Pioneer, as well as Standard before that, so worth pretty much 0. Cards I'm looking at, this is still a fine limited card, but I think Revenge of Ravens, Tactician, Reeve Soul, we have definitely better options. I think I go ahead and just take the Revenge here. It's probably the best card, and it's in one color, so let's take the Revenge and see what we can get from there. We got past a Realm Cloaked Giant. I am not sure about that. Person is not disconnected, so looks like they took an uncommon here. I don't know how many uncommons I would ever take over Realm Cloaked Giant, but here we are. I'm going to go ahead and take that. Passing, let's see, Reeve Soul, Once and Future, some other fine cards, but yeah, pretty easy, just take the Wrath. Alright, nothing really good here in black or white. The best card being the Fierce Witch Stalker, so I'm probably just going to go ahead and take that. Not much to say here. Yeah, this pack's kind of poor. Some whatever green cards, Memory Theft, Prize Griffin, but this just appears to be an easy Witch Stalker for me. Then we get a 4th pick, Ardenvale Tactician, which I think is the best card in the pack, so that's a nice one. Goes well with the white card I already have. That is to say, it's just another good white card. Otherwise, what else is in this pack? Not really anything, so glad to take a white card here. See what we get past from there. Hypnotic Sprite, Clockwork Servant, Reaper of Night's fine. Gonna go ahead and take the Clockwork Servant here. Big fan of this card. Obviously, unless you're like monocolor, it's not very easy to get the Adamant online on turn 3, but even as a, later game play of just a 2/3 that cantrips, it's quite solid. So happy to take the Servant and see what we can do from there. Okay, best cards in the pack, Sage of the Falls and a So Tiny. Not super interested in Ardenville Paladin. Kind of like taking the So Tiny here and maybe looking to be like the blue-white artifacts and enchantments deck. Really haven't seen much black beyond the first pick, Revenge of Ravens anyways, and haven't seen much green, so I'm still going to stay open. We'll take the Tiny, because all these other white cards in this pack just aren't worth it. Another really poor pack. Barrow Witches is like fine if I ended up in like Black-White Knights, so I guess that's going to be the pick. Just again, because there's nothing else in this pack anyways. That was pick number 7, so one more pack that we haven't seen. Still wondering how we got a second pick Realm Cloak Giant with an uncommon missing out of the pack. I guess they could have taken like Sir Conrad. I can't think of too many uncommons. Yeah, I'm going to guess it was like a Sir Conrad that they took. I don't know, though. We will just have to see. All right, pack. Where's my 8th pick? Somebody's holding us up with 5. All right. Huh. Another interesting pack here where we have a bunch of playables. Just going to take the Shepherd here. As, well, it's white which our best cards are already in white. Plus, it's just very good in general with what I already have. Although, this pack has a lot of playables still. I think all of these cards are somewhat playable. Like Shieldbreaker, actively good. Egg, good. Paladin, good. Take the Shepherd. Wield the Lonesome Unicorn. Alright, so stick for white. Or stick to white for now. Even though white, generally regarded is probably the weakest color, but can't really say no to getting past like Realm Cloak Giants and whatnot. Gonna take the Shambling Suit here. Again, I mentioned I might still be the white blue artifact enchantment deck. And it's the only card I would really consider playing other than the Idyllic Grange here. Although I could consider taking the Grange. That's definitely not bad. But I think I would be upset if I didn't take the suit and then ended up in that deck. Not going to take the Prophet here. We'll take the Grange this time. And then some last pick filler cards. I guess I could be green-white Adventures, perhaps. Find like a Innkeeper next pack or something and then go down that route. Don't know. I just don't know. Almost certainly not going to play any of those. All right. So pack one went pretty well, I think. Definitely appears that white is the most open and a good spot to be. As far as secondary color, if I'm going to even play a secondary color, we're not quite sure yet. Oh man, this is pretty solid. Castle Lochthwain is very, very good. Problem is that it requires some pretty heavy black requirements. Although I definitely still could be the black-white knight deck like I was talking about. Other good picks in this pack for us, I guess, are Fierce Witchstalker. Maybe Smitten Swordmaster. I can't really take the Ironcrag Pyromancer here. It's normally bad outside of the red-blue draw 2 deck, or if you can just randomly get enough enablers in red. So we're going to have to ignore the Pyromancer. And I think the choice here is between the Witchstalker and the Castle. I mean, I haven't seen much, or I didn't see much black in the first pack, which means I'll probably see a decent amount in this pack, but then not see too much in the last pack. I might actually just take the Fierce Witchstalker here. It's close, though. That being said, I didn't see much green, and Castle Lochthwain is so powerful. I don't know. That was a hard pick. I ended up just taking the Castle. A lot of good white cards here, so that's good for us. We have a Charming Prince, Sir Alan, Venerable Knight, and even a Fairy Guide Mother, which is pretty good. I mean, Charming Prince is fine. Is it better than Sir Alan? I don't know about that. Just because it is a higher rarity doesn't make it a better card, and it doesn't actually have any synergy with flickering anything besides what Witchstalker and Witches, which I don't even know which one of those, if any, I'm going to be playing anyways. So, could just take the Alan here, although I do like having solid 2-drops. And as far as bears are concerned, this is a solid 2-drop. I guess to keep the curve low, it might be okay to take the Prince. Again, I think the Alan is a better card, but this is for curve purposes. All right, easy Glass Casket here. It might even be the best card in the pack. There's an Outmuscle, Animating Fairy, Rosethorn, but Casket is perfect. Good solid removal. Wow! Okay. Now we have a turning point here. We have an Innkeeper, which is just an amazing 1-drop, especially if you have the ways to make it the real deal. But I also have just Castle Ardenvale, which is an amazing land. And given the fact that I'm so heavy white, and that's the only true color I know I'm playing, I think I just take the Castle. Crazy. Wow. Dang it. And then we get past a Lucky Clover. Okay, I'm going to end up taking the Lucky Clover here just because this pack is pretty poor overall for us. Best cards being like Alliance, Tome Raider, Sanctuary. I don't know. This Lucky Clover could do some good work. Very high upside is what I should say. Dang. Now we get a Beanstalk Giant too. All right. So it looks like I might be moving into the green-white adventure deck. As we get a... What pick is this? Pick 6 Beanstalk Giant. Sucks that I passed the Innkeeper, but I did get a very good card in its place, right? Castle Ardenvale. Definitely can't sneeze at that, but... Ooh, and now an Oakham Ranger? All right. Kind of just fell into our lap here, the green-white adventure deck. For the record, I don't like Garen Briggs Squire, but sometimes you just need a 2-drop. Is it better than Jousting Dummy? Probably just very slightly in this particular deck. So right now, what do we have for the Lucky Clover? We have Shepherd, which not always good. Tactician, yeah, that's fine. Unicorn, great with Clover. Beanstalk, great with Clover. Oakham, great with Clover. Realm Cloaked, irrelevant with Clover. Can't really play Thunderous Snapper. Quad Green is out of the question. Let's just take a random 3-2. Okay, Curious Pair, Scalding Cauldron, Sorcerer's Broom. All fine pickups here. I think the Cauldron's going to be a little bit better generally than the Curious Pair. Just some decent removal. We're looking to get some more card advantage with this deck. Although I guess I can't... Excuse me. I can't expect to get too much card draw out of green-white. I want to splash any of these cards. Probably not. Ooh, Rosethorn Acolyte. It's a nice one too. Rosethorn Acolyte with Lucky Clover is an actual ritual effect. Right? Because you can pay 1 for the seasonal ritual, and then you get 2 mana instead of 1. Garenbrig Paladin, getting it this late is, wow, amazing. Like, this is... I really like Garenbrig Paladin. I think it's just one of the best beaters in the format, and so... I don't even know what pick is that, but we got it super late, and that's a nice one. Not going to play either of these cards, most likely. That was pick 12 Paladin, I think. Right? Because that was pick 28 for Gingerbread. Yeah, wow. Great pickup. The last pick so tiny is kind of crazy, too. Weird. All right, one more pack to go. And we have... solidified ourselves into the green-white adventure archetype. We opened a Castle Garenbrig. Not so good. Doesn't really do enough for this deck. I think we're looking at Trapped in a Tower here, or... No, that's about it. Trapped in a Tower is probably just the best card for us. Knight's okay. Marrowleaf, Gingerroot, whatever. Sporecapped Spider might even be my second pick out of this pack, honestly. So we'll just take the removal spell. Get past a Fairy Guide Mother here, I suppose. Passing Vantress, True Love's Kiss. Some of the random stuff. Don't mind myself a Fairy Guide Mother. Ooh, and now we have a really nice pack. Wow, we have, what, 4, 5 cards here that we would not mind taking. Glass Casket, Tactician, Witchstalker, Carver, and even Appetite are okay. Dang. This is actually kind of tough. I mean, I think I probably just want to take another Witchstalker, but Carver and Tactician and Glass Casket are all up there for me as well. Yeah, this is a tough pick. I think I just have to go with the Witchstalker. It's just such a solid 4-drop. But I know Tactician, Carver, and Glass Casket are all pretty high as well. What other removal do I have? I have Cauldron. I have one other Casket. I don't have any out muscles. I have the Giant. I'm just going to go with the Witchstalker here. Again, you can't really beat this rate, and even though a lot of these other cards are good for our deck, Witchstalker is just good enough as well. Pretty easy carriage here for me. Drawbridge is whatever. Appetite and Fortifying Provisions we're not really looking at. take that. Move on. Get another Clockwork Servant. I mean, they're going to be fine in our deck. A little bit awkward, but fine. Certainly better than, like, Bartered Cow. Hopefully going to get some of those pump effects on the wheel. Whether it be those Appetites or the Carver. Dance of the Manse. Can't really play the Deathless Knight. I guess I take Merrilleaf Rider and maybe play it. Am I playing this Shambling Suit? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with the foods there. 9. I guess the Shambling Suit's not the worst 3-drop. Not sure how many other better cards I'll be getting this late in the draft. But yeah, I think I'm just hoping to wheel the combat tricks. A green-white deck without any combat tricks is kind of poopy. So I guess 2 more packs that we haven't seen, so we could still get something good. Okay, another Lonesome Unicorn is fine. Not a pump effect, but I guess we're just going to hope to wheel those other ones. Shining Armor, don't think so. Okay, that was pick 8. Ginger Brute, yeah, doesn't really fit our deck. Don't we have ways to pump it, and we're not like super aggro, so let's take a Sideboard Spider. And this is where we're hoping to see some Insatiable Appetites, or if we're really lucky, like that Carver on the wheel somehow. Because pretty sure Glass Casket and the Tactician aren't wheeling. Let's take a Sideboard True Love's Kiss. Alright, there's one of the Appetites. I think there might be one more that could wheel. And they're fine with the double Witch Stalker, though not amazing. I guess we go 9 white, 8 green. Yeah, 9 white, 8 green. Question is, do I run the Grange in this deck? I don't think so. So we'll run Castle Ardenvale and then 8 Plains, 8 Forests. Something like that. Not thrilled with this deck. It's like very medium, it feels like. I do have some good card quality, but this really doesn't have too much play to it. It's just like green-white creatures, right? Heck, even if I had taken that Innkeeper, how good would that have been? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay, I guess the Innkeeper would have been fine. I mean, some of them are very, very expensive, but just incidental value is always good. And 8/8, submit. All right, I mean, I'd be happy with a 2-1 with this deck. So, let's see. Let's go to round 1. Round 1 of this Throne of Eldraine draft. On the play with a 1-lander. Oof. Any second land in this would have been an easy keep, though. Oh, man. This is such a good hand with 1 land. I would get to go turn 2 Clover, turn 3 like Rosethorn into double Unicorn. Oh. I think I would snap keep this on the draw, but I'm actually debating to keep this on the play because 1 land just makes this hand so good. It's so close. I have 16 lands in the deck. I'm like 50% on the first draw. All right, you know what? Obviously, this is super risky, but the upside is so high. And even if I do whiff for a turn, Like, this hand can come back. All right. Again, like I said, this hand can whiff for a turn. Maybe even 2, depending on what the opponent's doing. Ooh, Stormfist Crusader. Oh, geez. Okay, I'm going to have to go to discard here. Opponent's going to help us dig out of this, though. I guess I'm going to discard the Servant. Uh-oh. All right, well, that's 3 draw steps, no land. I'm probably going to draw Castle Ardenvale next turn. That'd be pretty funny. Trebuchet, sure. Wow, okay. 4 draw steps, no lands, kind of unlucky. Again, this was a risk. But I think it was a good risk. Do I want to discard the Unicorn now or the Guide Mother? I think the Guide Mother. Yeah, that's 5 draw steps, no lands, so we have the Lucky Clover, but we weren't very lucky on the draw steps. We had time. I mean, land in the first 3 or 4 draw steps, we were probably okay. But first land in the 6th draw step, we're taking 6, 7. Yeah, this game is over. Too bad. We needed that land 1 turn sooner. But our second land not coming until draw number 6. So it goes. I stand behind that keep. Again, it's just very unlucky that we didn't find the land until draw number 6, right? Because assume we're 50% to draw it, on the first draw step. 75% to draw it on the first 2 draw steps, and then it just keeps increasing from there. So I thought it was worth the risk. And yeah, we'll just run it back. Okay, game 2 of the first round after keeping my 1-lander with a bit of play to it. Yeah, I mean, this is another keep. Again, not great, but just needs a land or 2. And if I do draw a forest, then I get to turn 3 Servant and draw an extra card. Ooh, wow. So the opponent has a bunch of rares and uncommons from what we've seen. Gonna lead with the forest here in case I draw another next turn for the Servant. Obviously, there's no real rush to run out the Fairy Guide Mother. I might have played it turn 1 on the play if I had the plains, but Lucky Clover. Okay. Well, if I draw a land next turn, I get to make 4/1/1s. If I don't draw a land next turn, I might... What? This guy has like a constructed deck almost. That's 4 damage now. 2 Fervent Champions. He has the Crusader that draws cards. Holy smokes. Alright, well, that's pretty good. Let's make 2 2/2s, I guess. Sheesh. Scorching Dragonfire to kill one of them. Yep. That means I'm going to have to take another 4 damage here as I can't block since they have first strike. Yowza. Ogre Errant. Okay. There's land number 4. 4/1/1s doesn't really do too much on this board here, so I think we're just going to Witchstalker. Get the food, get the 4/4 more importantly, and pass. This game could be over very, very quickly, though. Well, that's not a good sign. I mean, it's just so hard for me to play around anything at this point, you know? They could have Barge in, they could have Rimrock Knight, they could have Death Touch, Laster Thorns, or whatever it's called. So I think what we just do is like this. Offer the trade and the eat. Just make the very clear blocks. Another Scorching Dragonfire post blocks. Okay, that's actually not that bad. And a land and a pass. All right. Well, let's make our 4 1/1s now. And I will multi-block. Send 3 1/1s in front of one of the Fervent Champions. Okay. Down to 6. Opponent has 1 card left in hand, and it is a Wicked Guardian. Are they going to draw? They are not going to draw. Okay, so they're hellbent now. I think we're in really good shape. 5 mana available to me. I think we're going to play the Clockwork Servant, draw a card, and just hold up the food. Because right now we have good blocks all around. And opponents just fizzled out, so we want to make sure we survive, because if this game prolongs, we are going to very, very easily win just on the back of how much more advantage, or how many more cards we have, effectively anyways. Yeah, we'll trade our 2/3 for their 4/2. Game 3, end of turn. Enchanted Carriage is a nice draw. If we want to... Yeah, that seems better than any of the other options. And pass. I'll go ahead and offer the trade of Carriage for the Ogre. And I think what I'm probably supposed to do to play around +2/+2 is block with both Carriage and a 1/1. This doesn't really have too much downside unless they have like bake into a pie, but they would have used that. Oh wow, okay, this did have, I guess, a little bit of downside, but now I'm wondering why they just didn't do that after I crewed. You know, same thing would have happened there effectively. Castle Ardenvale was a solid draw. Let's go ahead and play 2-drop and then 3/3. We just need the opponent to brick like 1 turn. That's kind of bricking. Okay. So now we can play out the Oakham Ranger. We can Fairy Guide Mother the Unicorn and our Garenbrick Squire. Bash in for 10. And start turning the clock around. All right, they scoop, and we're going to go to a game 3. Looks like they have a pretty nice aggro deck. The thing is, our deck should be okay versus that, because we also produce a lot of creatures early. Looks like the Sporecap Spider, though, could be pretty good. Say over one of the Squires. I don't think we need Shining Armor, so yeah, let's just make the swap of Spider in, Squire out, and go to game 3. Okay, game 3 of the first round. We are on the draw here. Another one of those questionable hands, but this is a keep, again. These look awkward, and they definitely are, but they're keeps nonetheless. We're on the draw. Any 1 land unlocks Unicorn. Any forest unlocks these 2. So double green is not what I was hoping to draw. Turn 1. 3-1, notably also not very good versus Fervent Champion. Alright, I'll just play out the Shepherd then to block the Noble. We did draw a land at least, so I do get to make a Lonesome Unicorn next turn. If they use like a Scorching Dragonfire here, we're pretty happy about that. Okay, so they don't want to trade for Noble. Land Trebuchet, sure. I think I'm going to actually offer the attack here. Oh, that costs 5. Nice little 1-2-3 curve there from the opponent. Alright, ping me for 1. They must have a knight, maybe Ogre. Yes, indeed, Ogre Errant it is. Alright, so we're going to pull back on the offense now. We did find a forest, great. Spider's probably the safest play here. Just blocks every single one of their creatures. I don't really like making just 2 1/1s. I don't think that's good enough. Okay. So we saw Red Cap Melee, we saw 2 Scorching Dragonfires. I think what I'm going to do here is make a block like this, where 3-1 on 2-2, so they would have to sacrifice 2 things. And then I'm actually going to take the hit from the Ogre Errant and double block the Fervent Champion, since it now has Menace, because both of these are profitable blocks on it. And so even if they just sack the Fervent Champion to their Noble, you know, this is still a trade. If they want to additionally sack their Trebuchet to save their Noble, I am happy with that. Like, ping me first and then sack the Trebuchet to save the Noble is a play that I'm okay with. And it looks like it's the play that the opponent has decided upon. That's fine. Charming Prince for us. Okay. So let's bash in for 2 Vigilance. And then I can either make 2 1/1s here, or I can go like play 2 2/2s. If I wait on the Charming Prince, I might be able to get some extra food value. Could also just run out the Lonesome Unicorn if I want to. I guess that might be the best play. Just uses my mana up most efficiently, and a 3/3 is still fine on this board in conjunction with all my other creatures. Okay. There's the Crusader from the opponents. I think we're just going to throw everything in front of the Noble here. If they have their Scorching whatever, they get to eat my extra knight, but it would be the last card in their hand, and I don't think they're going to be able to kill the Spider here. Right, nice. They're just trading it away for the 3/3. That's amazing for us. Found our forest as well, so now we get to go Fierce Witchstalker, Charming Prince. I guess this is effectively the same thing as gaining life, isn't it? It's just that having food is a little bit better because I also have, you know, like the Insatiable Appetite. Okay, a Yara. Man, the opponent deck is like so close to constructed quality. I'm going to go ahead and attack with the Witchstalker here. If they double block, I'm happy to kill either the Crusader or the Ayara. Those are actually slightly problematic for me right now. Let's go ahead and poop out 2 1/1s. And am I worried about dying next turn? Probably not, so I think I can go ahead and just dump out my hand. I don't need to hold up in the foods. I am going to lose 1 life here and maybe like 1 or 2 more here. But I doubt they're going to be able to deal 7 points of damage to me. as I now fall down to 6. Opponent has 1 card in their hand. We can go ahead and Glass Casket the Ayara. Ooh, Steel Claw Lance too. Nice. That's pretty good. 4/4 Menace, sure. Alright, so kind of halts some amount of attacks. Do I want to block, or rather, do I want to Casket the Crusader or the Ayara? I think because I'm actually ahead on board, I'd rather Casket the Ayara. Since the Crusader draws us both cards anyways. And if I just target the Crusader, they can sack it to itself, or sack it to the Yara rather. So if I attack with the Witchstalker and they double block with these, do I want that to happen? Not really. It's better to wait on our creatures since we have the Okame. Because we're going so wide, our creatures are all pretty relevant now. I'm certainly going to sack one of my foods. Damn, the opponent has so many rares. They have 2 Fervent Champions, Stormfist Crusader, a Yara, both castles. Like, what on earth? That's kind of crazy. Okay, Rimrock Knight. Draw a card. Go down to 9. There's another Fervent Champion. Okay, 3/3 first strike, yes. Let's gain 3 life end of turn. Oh, that's very good. Can I kill them now? So, this is 4, 5, 6, 7 damage, and then I would just need to get in with one other creature. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this should be lethal. And we'll go ahead and play out to pump our Squire. Whoops. And then pump our Squire again. And this should be lethal, right? Automatically takes 7 and then 2 more. Yes. All right, I think we got him. GG's. Boom. Nice. Kept a risky hand game 1 that didn't get there, but we managed to win both games 2 and 3. So 1-0. Let's go to round number 2. Oops. I was sitting on first strike. All right. Now we can go to round number 2. Okay, here's round number 2 of this Throne of Eldraine draft. On the draw with a fine hand. A little bit slow, but fine. Definitely has some of our more powerful cards. Castle, Giant, Witchstalker. Always find it weird that castles aren't legendary. So strange. How do you have 2 of the same castle, for example? I don't know. Just flavor-wise, it strikes me wrong. Okay. Turn 1. No! Turn 1 Innkeeper. That's cheating. Although sometimes people have Innkeepers in their deck and they don't have really a lot of ways to turn them on. We'll see if that's true of this opponent. Although they are playing green-white, so odds are they have a decent number of ways to draw that extra card. I guess we'll have to find out. And a Gilded Goose? We're playing 2 constructed decks back-to-back. We just played against Red-Black Knights with like 5 rares. I'm not even kidding, 5 rares. Now we're playing against Green-White Adventures with Innkeeper and Goose. This is kind of crazy. And I don't have very much removal. I have like a Glass Casket and 1 Cauldron. Ooh, they're making their Innkeeper big. 3/3. Nice. Okay. It's a lot of land. In fact, I've drawn nothing but land. Is that right? 4 lands in a row? Does appear that way. Now they can just play their Tree Folk here off of the Goose. Draw a card. Oh boy. They're definitely casting something for 3 green or 6 mana. Outmuscle, or are you just going... Ah, they are going to outmuscle first. Okay. Save the Tree Folk for later, apparently. Oh, and now it's right out of Cauldron range. That's too bad. Oh, whoops, this was a mistake. Wasn't it? No, we did this fine. Oops. Can cook the Goose. Presumably they already have another land in their hand for the Tree Folk. But we're hoping that double Innkeeper? Holy moly. Okay. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do versus this. It's crazy. Like, Beanstalk go? I guess my out here is to draw like Fairy Godmother, and then somehow cobble it together like a one-shot. I guess is my hope. Wandermare too. Okay, yeah, they have a very nice green-white adventures deck, it would appear. What is this now? Rosethorn Acolyte? Yeah, draw 2, put a 1/1 counter on your Wandermare. Holy moly. Why did I bring my draft deck to a freaking constructed queue? That's what it feels like. Make a 2/2. I guess I'll make a 3/3 instead of pooping out a 1/1. Yeah, play your Tree Folk, put a 1/1 counter on that, draw 2 cards. Okay, so I need to draw Lucky Clover into Fairy Guidemother is how I win. Lucky Clover, Fairy Guidemother. And I will have a chance. Actually, right now, Fairy Guidemother is 16 damage. Is that right? 5, 6, 7. 16 damage. Man, another tree folk on their Surfarin. Holy guacamole. We're going to see a big attack from them soon. Alright, Fairy Guide Mother is now representing 17 damage in the air. 2 plus 10 plus 5. Yep. Oh, they are truly going off here. I guess I've done a bit of flooding too. I have as many lands as they do, but they have 6 or 7 more cards than I do. We're going to see a big attack from them really soon. Oh, how about now? Okay, let's see. So they're pumping the other innkeeper. So let's poop out a 1/1 prior to anything else. I guess we want to eat the Wandermare. We can just chump the fatties here. Try to eat the Surfarin. And eat this. No, that would kill me. So I guess we have to go like this and try to kill the big one. Take 1, 2, 3, 4. They held up 4 mana for some reason, or rather they didn't attack with the Acolyte for some reason. So I suppose we'll see why in a moment. I really don't want to have to sack my food, here's the thing. Usher to safety to bring back their dude. Okay, that's fine. Can I win if I use this Appetite to kill their innkeeper here? I guess that's my question. I don't think so, so I think I just have to pass all this priority. Okay, they play their innkeeper. They have their Usher. Shepherd of the Flock. That doesn't do enough. Let's see, I guess I could bounce the Unicorn. No. We'd rather just poop out a 1/1. Yeah, I think our window of opportunity has closed to find the Fairy Guide Mother and one-shot them. Do I get anything from the sideboard? Not really. Oh, you know what? I also have a giant in my deck. Oh, no! I have the Realm Cloak Giant. Oh, we still have that as an out. Okay, well, speaking of giant, they do have 1 giant now, but I have a Beanstalk, so if I draw Realm Cloaked, we wipe every single creature except for Beanstalk and Garin Brig. Yeah, we could still possibly pull this off. Not saying it's likely, but I'm saying it's possible. Oh boy, all right. Another right-click attack all. Okay, so... Beanstalk on the biggest. Oops. Biggest. 1-1 on 3-1. There's another 6-5 that we'll have to chump. Let's see, 2-2 can block. 2-3. Trade. Chump. Eat. Go to 1. Keeping the food preserved. I mean, they have 4 cards still in their hand. They're doing something. +2/+2. Okay. Do you have like an outflank as well? I mean, they've drawn so many more cards, it wouldn't be surprising. Bounce their tree folk. All right. Well, now I think I'm supposed to just eat their other tree folk then. If I sack the food, I go to 1. Maybe I just make that a trade. Yeah. Make it a trade. Okay, need to draw like Wrath here. Nope, just another land. All right. So I can block. I guess I'm not technically dead because I can make a 1-1 and sacrifice. Not technically dead. Oh, right. They still had that, which they rebought. No. That doesn't kill me. We're still not dead. Ardenvale Castle doing a bunch of work here. Like, eat this. Chump that. Trade here. Gain 3. Take 3. Go to 1 again. I mean, if they have another pump, I die. Sure, they did. All right. Not much I could have done about that. That's crazy, though. We still had outs. Just didn't find them. They have a very nasty deck. Wow. 2 Innkeepers, Gilded Goose, some good removal, 100,000 adventure cards. So... I think we just need to get like a lucky draw with Clover or somehow get into that position but draw our Realm Cloak Giant. Let's go to game 2. Okay, game 2, round 2 versus another constructed deck from our opponent. Red-Black Knights, round 1. Green-White Adventures, round 2. Lovely little mulligan hand there. All right, we found our lucky Clover. Success. Can I pitch a land? Or should I just pitch Prince Charming here? I think I can pitch the land because I have Prince Charming, right? And then if I draw a land next turn, I can go turn 2 Clover, turn 3 Witchstalker. If I don't, I can just go Prince Charming and Scry 2 for land. Uh-oh. That'd be pretty funny if I don't draw a land now. Well, we're definitely going to offer the trade. Oh, surprise. Did not expect that. All right, we can just go with the Lucky Clover then. This way, if we draw a land next turn, I can go Rosethorn into Witchstalker. Just has the highest upside for us. Green, green, witchy. Hope they don't have out muscle again. They do. That sucks. Our opponent is too good. Take my 4. Well, that means I'm not playing an adventure creature pre-combat. We need to draw like giant here. Okay. Tactician tap down. All right, if they have a pump spell, I lose. Right now I'm taking 6, 7, 8. So if they have a pump spell for 2, I die. Okay, I don't die. We're back in the territory of wanting to draw Wrath. Oh, do you have the Carver? 4, 9, 13. That kills us. Yeah, this is... Our opponent's deck is amazing. Very nice. GG's there. GG's. All right, here's my guess. We're going to play against blue-black control in the final round, and they're going to have, like, Lockmere Serpent and all these other good rares. Because so far, we've played against 2 crazy decks. Let's go to round 3. Okay, here we are for round 3 of this Throne of Eldraine draft. We're on the draw. And a fine hand. Pretty land heavy, but one of them's the castle, so I think this is a fine keep. Ooh, Clockwork Servant. All right, so we're going to go turn 2 Squire, turn 3 Servant, draw a card. Seems good. Good luck, have fun. Uh-oh. Is my prophecy going to become true? Blue-black, Lockmere Serpent. Blue-red, okay. So they're just going to have Improbable Alliance and Iron Crag Pyromancer. Probably the Royal Scions. Shepherd plus Trapped is good. Can put Trapped on an annoying creature and then rebuy it later to put on something more relevant. Looks like they are indeed on the draw 2 deck. Yeah, well, I can draw 2 cards as well. Gotcha. Been playing too much Modern Horizons. I keep thinking I'm going to get ninjutsu'd. Weaselback Redcap. What the heck? It's kind of out of left field. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to let them trade. That's fine. Trade's good. Then we will second main phase. Fertile, go get a Plains. Now I'm debating if I want to run out the Shepherd of the Flock just as a 3-1. I think we wait. I think I'm okay running out the Cauldron. Circara the Bold, okay. Well, Cauldron is good versus that, as is Trapped in the Tower. Kind of interesting that they're just letting me take that value if I want. So I'm just thinking, what can Cauldron then hit instead? The only problem with Trapped in a Tower is that Runaway Together is pretty annoying. But versus Blue-Red, I feel like I would rather have the Cauldron. Because what big creature they're going to play, you know? But this is just such a juicy target. Let's just do it. And then I'm going to scry 2 here with the Prince. Casket's probably fine to keep. In fact, we can go double top as with the land next turn I can cast out the Beanstalk. Well, it all makes sense now, doesn't it? They had a second one. All right, let's apply pressure then. Let's trap this one. And then I kind of like playing the Shepherd here and just bashing in for 5. We're drawing Casket next turn, so I don't think I'll be killing the opponent next turn, but I can probably get pretty close. Another Tome Raider. I don't think I Casket that, though. So probably what I'm going to end up doing is just attacking with my 2/2/2s and then playing Bean... Oh, no. Playing Beanstalk will make this a 3/3. So that's the game plan. Play Beanstalk pre-combat, then attack with both the Charming Prince and the Squire. Fling for 3 damage. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and save that. Uses my mana super efficiently, and it keeps the pressure on the opponent. Especially since we know it's going to be attacking as a 3/3 this turn. I'm almost wondering if I want to go ahead and trade Shepherd away for Tome Raider. I think I'm actually going to do that, because that means it's 1 fewer blocker for the Giant. Yeah, I like that play. And the nice thing is, if I just start drawing lands or whatever, I can, you know, use the castle. What do you have for 5 mana here? Barrage, my Squire? Oh, Barrage, my Giant, and then have like a Scorching Defiance, or whatever, Scorching Dragonfire. Okay, that's pretty good. So we will just do the game plan. Attack for 4. Make a 1/1. They do have 3 life here if they want. Looks like another card that I cannot Casket. That is... Oh, I can Casket that. That's crazy. That's hilarious. Oh man, that's super funny. Because, yeah, while it's on the stack, it had a converted mana cost of whatever they paid, which was 5, but on the battlefield, X is 0. Pretty nice. Okay, their deck looks pretty solid as well. Sporecap Spider, again, looks like it might be useful here. It's especially good just as versus, like, not only their Tome Raiders, but if they have any of those Steel Gaze Griffin, I don't remember the exact name, but they turn into 4/4s or whatever, so let's do that and go to game 2. Okay, game 2 of the final round on the draw. A fine, though unexciting hand. We have yet to draw our Giant. Poor Giant. Uh-oh. Opponent on a mulligan to 5 here. Might be a rather fast game. Them's the breaks, though. That's magic sometimes. All right, OP on a mulligan to 4. I'm going to go ahead and run out the Cauldron turn 1. Oftentimes I like holding it just for surprise factor, but this isn't that bad. Turn 2 Squire, turn 3 Acolyte, turn 4 Carriage. Currently. I mean, opponent might not be putting much of a fight. Mulligan to 4 on the play is rather sad face. Oh, they're actually going to kill my 2/2 there instead of my Acolyte. Which means, unless they kill this now, we're going to get to resolve this Carriage a turn early. That's probably game over, honestly. Yeah. Feels bad. Not much of a game there. Opponent mulligan to 4 on the play, and we had a pretty good curve out ourselves. Or at least, maybe it wasn't a good curve out, but it was a curve out, and that's all that matters. So, 2-1. I think I said I was going to be happy if that was my finish with this deck, or I guess what I expected the deck. Never got to cast our Realm Cloak Giant, and it would have been great in round 2 versus our opponent with the Constructed Adventures deck. And then we beat the red-black Constructed Knights deck in round 1. It's kind of crazy. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. This might be the last Throne of Eldraine draft that I put up here. I think in the foreseeable future, we'll be having some more flashbacks. We'll be having some cubes. And then soon enough, the new set will hit. So that's the game plan. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.